Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the day 4 of round 2 in the lower brackets. This is MKE Championship Season 4, sponsored by Genesis, co-sponsored by Z3 Store, Zentro Store, and Slay Official. We have a very interesting matchup between Phoenix, which is on the blue side, and Train to Kill, T2K, on the red side. This is going to be a very interesting matchup while both of the teams will be fighting for their lives. One might get eliminated. And yep, it's gonna be interesting match. I'm Azizu with my partner Ego, and we'll be casting this match for y'all.
Exactly, and this is the last match in the lower brackets in the round two. The both the teams look ready and like very very much prepared for today's match. Let's hope good match from both sides. I
Yep,
guess we'll be
and we are
starting
ready
the
to go
drafting any minute.
anytime. Yep. So let's just move on into the band sections and look what both of the teams have for us into the band section, pick section. As for the mind games here, and the first pick is going to be into the side of Phoenix, and the last pick, which also gives two picks on the first pick, is going to be on the side of Train to Kill. Let's see how they play with their picks and bans.
Yes, but the picks and bans have been quite interesting throughout this tournament. But we see a Nakai ban, which is quite surprising, as we know the Martis Leomord are being prioritized after the latest patch. But and exactly like I said, the Martis has been banned from the side of 2K.
Yeah, it's cause I think that Phoenix did not ban Marius because they had the first pick, but I still doubt that Akai ban was an optimal ban because Akai is kind of nerfed very much. His ultimate comes in almost a minute right now, which is a huge CD for his very viable ultimate. And we can also see a Leo mode ban coming in from the side of Phoenix. Yep, he needs to be banned along with that. Martis both are always up for wrecking a havoc onto that map.
And we have a ban of the Valentina from the side of T2K, which is a very good ban in my opinion, because Valentina is still one of the meta mages. But as a first pick from the side of Team Phoenix, we have a Lolita pick. This one is an interesting pick as a first pick. What do you think, Azizul?
Yeah, picking Lolita as the first pick isn't that viable anymore because in this meta, like Diggy is always one of the first picked heroes, like one of the first choices of the heroes to actually counter high CC. And picking Lolita that early on might not give him that much advantage, as it might just get, just countered really quick. And we can see that Balmer and Carry getting picked at the same time from the side of T2K. What do you think about their picks?
I guess the Valment pick is quite a good pick for their jungling, but the carry pick, maybe they should have waited it out, because carry isn't like banned or priority picked in most of the times, but they have opted to pick it in their second pick. But from the side of Phoenix, it seems they are going to pick Sicilian and Popol and Koopa. uh, I guess they are going for that backline damage with that protection from the Lolita.
Yep, looking Lolita at the first hand, I don't think they should have picked Curry, but players know better. And Gushin was also open. I would like remind that it is also a very huge and powerful pick with that damage and those combinations coming in from Gushin have been like wreaking havoc onto this tournament and in the matches. And but yep, we can even see a Tigreal pick coming in from the side of T2K. Tigreal pick might be good here. It might be good enough to actually cancel that. Ultimate of Lolita and might be able to get a few ultimates in onto multiple members, depending on the play of the Tyrael. What do you think about the Saber ban, Ego?
Uh, I think they are going to go for a squishy pick, or maybe they want to just protect that carry for the from the side of T2K. But I am expecting a Gushen pick, because Saber is a counter of Gushen, and if they don't pick Gushen, I might be surprised, as Gushen is a very good pick nowadays, I'd say, in the mid lane, and or else we can use it even in the experience lane. But
Yeah, talking about the Gushin, they are actually flexing it. They might be just going in for the pick. Yep, and Gushin will be picked on with that Petrify. Yep, I think he might be even going in for the mid lane. He can even go for the XP lane. Depends on the kind of player he is, but yep. Um, Still, they Gushen can be flexed anywhere on the XP and mate, so this puts Phoenix in a tough position to actually counter the Gushen, as they don't know on which lane they need to counter Gushen on.
But from the side of Phoenix, they have they are going for that Ammon jungle, and maybe no, they are going for an Xbox side lane. This is interesting because we have seen the Xbox being very troublesome in past rounds, being a but we haven't seen since that match between, I forgot the name, sorry, but I watched that match, and Xbox was being very annoying and very dealing quite a lot of damage. But from the side of T2K, they have gone for a guard in the mid lane. What do you think about this
Yep,
guard pick?
that's a very much out of the meta pick. We wouldn't say like, yeah, God has the damage, has that poke ability, has that movement speed also, and that spamming and poking ability. And but with actually there being a Lolita and an Amon onto the side of Phoenix, I don't think it's going to be a very good pick, because God will be actually really squishy, and once Amon locks onto him, I think it's going to be quite easy for him to get killed or get taken down. But looking at the drafts right now, who do you think has an upper hand on the match, Ego?
Uh, After the draft, I can, in my opinion, Team Phoenix have a better draft, up as we see, but it depends on how their rotations, and they can take advantage of their draft. But here we go onto the.
Absolutely, and yep, absolutely. And while we are talking about that, we are here into the land of Dawn Peeps, and while the players are taking their position, let me talk about the sponsors once again about this tournament, MKE Championship Season 4, which is sponsored by Genesis, co-sponsored by Z3 Store, Zentro Store, and Slay Official. Well, talking about the MMs, I would say that Carrie is buffed. She can clear the lanes and everything really fast, but yep, that range that Popo's gonna give and Cooper's just gonna like tank for him at that distance. I don't think it's gonna be really easy for Popo to get to that carry.
Yes, but meanwhile on the bottom side, Gushan might have some trouble because of that Xbox while clearing the lanes. This can be dangerous for the Gushan because the Xbox might get the first blood on the Gushan, but no, Gushan survives an Xbox.
Yep, meanwhile, we can see
Uh,
an Innovate coming in from the Balman, a really nice positioning and map sense coming in from the jungler of T2K. And yep, he was able to take down that red, steal that red without anyone's even noticing. And yet, Amon is there taking his creep onto the red side. He's still kind of level 3. And Balman is almost level 3.5. He might be just getting level 4 real quick once he get that side of his red buff too.
yes, right now that was a smart move from the side of the jungler of T2K, getting that red buff, but red buff steal. But we don't think there might be an invade coming in from side of Phoenix because they have a bit of a squishier lineup in the early game, because we
Yep.
know the damage and that sustain from Balman.
Yep, exactly. But I would even say that if being the Lolita, I think they have enough of a CC to actually make up a fight. But yet again, unless Amon is level 4, I don't think he can deal that much of a burst damage to anyone. And yep, and when the turtle spawns, Amon is not going to be level 4 yet, while Balman will be. This will give a retry advantage towards the Balman. And a time gap between Amon gets level 4 till then, I think this turtle will be taken down by T2K without any contest. And meanwhile, into the top lane, we can see a gang actually coming in onto that carry. She was pretty low.
But meanwhile, Team T2K take the turtle because we saw the Ammon being under-leveled, under-farmed in comparison to that Balman, so they couldn't contest for that turtle, but in Team T2K got the free turtle. Meanwhile, Gushan goes in turret dives and gets the first blood on the Xbox.
Yep, once Goshen gets to that level 4, along with that execute, I don't think he even used execute, but once Goshen gets to that level 4, taking Frega armor down in one combo is possible, and taking Xbox down with the other combo is also possible. He was also able to bait out the flicker from Xbox, so this is going to be a huge trade off for the side of T2K. And yep, our goal difference isn't much, just around near 900 to 1k, but we will see how the match unfolds for us in this night, guys.
Exactly, but as we say, the execution, it was a good draft from the side of Phoenix, but they seem like a bit unable to execute their draft. But meanwhile, on the top side, we might see a fight because Team T2K might won this turret, but we have a 3v3 on the top.
Yep.
Meanwhile, on the
Meanwhile,
bottom,
into the bottom lane, we can see a very good map sense coming in from Gushan. He knew that something was missing, so he didn't just went in for that bush, and he was able to sniff out that trouble waiting into that bush for him, which was actually Xborg and Amon playing planning a dead bush for him. The Gushan is actually playing really well.
actually he is playing very well, but both the teams look to be playing very safe and going for the objectives instead of just taking blind fights. So I guess we are up for a very entertaining match here.
Yeah, but we can see the jungler gap actually coming in really early on into the game. That Balman is on time and time invading Amon's jungle and try and taking his creep successfully, which is like slowly choking that farm of Amon and not giving him like enough experience. While that all those experience and gold goes to Balman, and he'll be getting a level advantage and retribution gap as time goes on.
But this time we might have we might see a fight between both the teams for that turtle, and we see the engage coming in from the side of both the roamers. But I I I
Here we can see that ultimate has been popped by Lolita. She was able to get that Balmon into the CC really well, but no, Gore was actually there to actually provide that for CC from his first kill, and Balman will be able to survive really well. And he's going to be actually just a 1-for-1 trade. This is going to be into the favor of T2K yet again. Even the turtle went to the hands of T2K because of that ultimate and that lethal counter and retribution combination coming in from that Balman, which is actually really hard to out damage when taking common objectives like Lord Turtle.
really, I mean, we just saw the Bushan might have got the kill on the Xbox, but the Firaga armor coming in time, just saving the life of that Xbox. We don't have much going on in the map, but we might see a gang on the top side,
Yeah, we can see
and
a possible engage onto the top side. The second skill of the Tigreal was used, but no, they're still playing safe. The Lolita is in a pretty good position to actually pop her ult. It all depends on the timing. Is she gonna wait long enough for them to actually go in deeper, or they're just gonna back off? Yup, they did back off, and Lolita was just still standing there. Meanwhile, into the mid buff, we can see that Balman was able to yet again successfully steal that blue buff using that lethal counter and retribution combo, which, as I said, is really hard to out damage. Because it will most of the time 90% of the time will successfully take any objective, any creep that they are contesting for.
meanwhile we can see that the gold lead is slowly slipping out of the hands of Team Phoenix. As T2K have more than a 2K gold lead right now.
Yep, a new minion was
Uh,
coming in from the side of Lolita, and she was able to successfully take down that guard, and that guard will be falling down. But Lolita was also in a bad position, taken out by the tower damage. But Amon was able to actually sniff out that carry, take her down, and Tigger was able to CC down that Popol into that tower, and actually was able to successfully take him down too. Yet again, this is going to be a 2-for-1 trade. This is going to be into the favor of actually Phoenix, but no, T2K actually goes in for a trade and takes that mid tier 1 tower down. Yep, he'll be falling down, and this makes it an equal trade. And I might as well say into the favor of Team T2K as they are still ahead into the gold.
exactly, but meanwhile Gushan just deletes that Sicilian out of the map, while Balmond secures the turtle for the side of T2K. The Balmond is might be trying to get an engage, but no, they will be backing off. Tigreal misses his ult. Uh,
Yep, and we can
I
see
guess
a
both the
possible
teams will be
engage
backing
coming
off.
in here, but while Popol was actually like distracted by the Balman and the Tigreal, Carry was able to successfully take down that tier 1 tower onto the top lane. This actually makes the objectives a little bit slanted towards into the favor of Team T2K. They have taken down 2 tier 1 towers, and with the mid tier 1 tower, which is actually a huge standpoint from the objective point of view, because like that mid tower actually gives a lot of protection and lot of vision into that huge area of map, and even lord and turtle contest can be done with that in mind. And with that falling down, I think our Team Phoenix is going to be yet again choked into their own jungle.
I mean, while on the bottom side, we might see a fight coming up, as it's a 4v4 fight, and Kushan goes in on the Ammon but couldn't get the connect the dagger. But God secures the kill on the onto the Lolita, and The Xbox gets a retribution kill on that Tigreal.
Yup, and Mika see that the immortality has been actually used up by that Xborg, which was a good thing. He was able to successfully survive because of that. But again, this is going to be a one for one trade. This is going to be a tank trade, and yet this yet again goes into the favor of Team T2K, as they will be able to zone like a delay that Xborg from reaching him his lane, and will be able to take that tower down as a result of it. Yet again, Gushan goes in for that combo burst, but what a nice figure coming in from that Popple. He was able to survive really well, a very well timed and reflex based move coming in from that Popple.
You can see the jungler from side of T2K is like making very smart rotations. He is going for that objectives, and he is not going for those kills a lot, but that is like making the difference in this match, I'd say, because the team T2K are usually objective based, making objective based rotations.
Yep, that Balman, as you said, yep, he is really playing really well. I think if you like see at the macros, he's actually playing the best. He is when going in for the common objective, he's not just going in for the objective like depending on his lethal counter and retribution combo all the time, but he's actually going in for those buffs, making sure that Aman actually uses up his rare retribution before he goes in for that common objectives, and that is really smart move coming in from the Balman.
We might see a bit of fight here, and
And the
the
Lolita has popped
Lolita
her ult, and
kill.
two people have been caught. The Xborg ultimate has been popped here. Ban Gushan was able to successfully mark the Sicilian, but no, the flame shot will be able to save him. Yet again, the Carry was able to take down that Popol onto the top lane. Meanwhile, Tigreal and Gushin combo were able to take down two people here into that bottom lane, and there's going to be a 5-4-3 trade into the favor of Team T2K. Yet again, they're free to take that Lord and other objectives, as there is just no one to defend them.
The match is slowly slipping out of the hands of the side of Team Phoenix. We see a 5k gold lead from side of for the side of Team T2K. Meanwhile, Gushan just takes the kill on the Eman on the mid side, on the mid jungle. Yeah, it's very bad news for the side of Team Phoenix.
Yep. And just talking about bad news, I think T2K is actually really doing pretty well. They are actually going in for those objectives, going in for those kills. They're able to win every team fight, and here the ultimate of the FX Bob has been probably in a really good position, and I think Balman is also in a very tricky position. And we can see that the carry was able to take down Xborg like a really good counter coming, and the ultimate of the god has been popped in a very good location. He was able to take down the Lolita. Meanwhile, Popol was able to successfully survive using his flicker yet again at the right time. And Tigreal is actually going in, but no, into the bottom lane we can say the Gushan was yet again was able to take down Amon. This is gonna be a 3-4-0 trade, 3-4-1 trade. My bad, the Balmon did fall. 3-4-1 trade yet again into the favor of Team T2K, and they are gonna get at least one inhibitor, I would predict.
I guess they might. No, like they have successfully defended the top inhibitor turret, and they might be also able to defend the mid one. Yeah. Okay, the match is right now totally in the favor of Team T2K. Uh,
Yeah, like Team Phoenix is actually standing on their last legs with all those three inhibitors, and this is gonna just make it really hard for them to actually make a comeback here, because they are really below in farm. They're really below in like map control, and they have yet haven't been able to take on one single tower. And meanwhile, you can see a very nice ultimate coming in from the Tiggy girl. He was able to successfully take down two people with him. Yet again, a counter ultimate coming in from Lolita. She was able to just mark a one person, one enemy hero, but yet that Balman is just too tanky. He was just able to like brute force his way out into the enemy lines and take down a guy. This is
if
yet again going to be a 3-4-1 trade into the favor of Team T2K.
right now, if this Sicilian falls, this might be the end for Team Phoenix, because he is the only one who has the damage, enough damage to clean those lanes at this point, because all the other members are getting caught out by the side of Team Tutica. So Sicilian is it needs to be protected right now if Team Phoenix wants to get a
Yeah,
comeback in this
talking about
match.
the later phases of the game, I think Team Phoenix might have a chance here because of the Cecilian and that Popo. And the damage coming in from that Iceberg also, because in the late game that Frega armor is really, really, what do we say, tanky. Anyway, the Lolita, these things are really gonna matter into protecting that backline of Popol and Sicilian. As long as they don't fall, I think Team Phoenix still has a chance.
But the question is, will they be able to last that long for to make that comeback? That's the main thing.
We are nearing 15 minutes into the match, and I think they should be able to do it if they play their cards really well.
Yeah, but the gold lead is it's really huge right now because a 10,000 gold lead can can be a factor that they cannot uh, defend against the side of T2K, and I guess Team T2K will be getting this lot. Yes, the Balmond secures it with the lethal counter and the retribution. Uh,
Yep, and yeah, Balmain will always be able to successfully take down those common objectives as there is gonna be no contest. Looking at the items and the goal lead, this is actually more than this is actually 13k goal lead into the favor of Team T2K, and yep, Sicilian is also really low on those core items. He hasn't got enough farm to actually get those core items, those penetration needed to like penetrate the defenses of Balmond and Tigreal. But again, he might be able to defend somehow. Stealing, looking at that, he has just died one time into this whole match. A very good ultimate coming in from Tigreal. He was able to successfully take two people into his CC, and yep, they'll be able to take them down successfully. And a counter ultimate coming in from the side of Lolita, which she was able to actually counter two people. She was actually able to get two people into her ultimate. Yet again, three people have fallen from the side of Phoenix, and only two remain to defend the base. But no, the carry has logged on to the base, and she will be taking that crystal tower down with her. And this concludes the first match between these two teams, guys. The match number one goes into the pocket of Team Train to Kill. This is gonna be next match is gonna be the match point between Phoenix and Train to Kill. The sides are gonna change. Both teams are gonna switch sides, and if Phoenix loses even this match, this is gonna be a clean sweep for Team Train to Kill, and they'll be losing this whole series. Well, what do you think, Ego? What went wrong there for Team Phoenix?
Team Phoenix, maybe the smart rotations from the side of Balmond was able to outsmart the side of Team Phoenix, and those engages, the ultimates from the Tigreal were like spot on, and with the combo along with God was quite good. I'd say the God was dealing a lot of damage, and the Gushen, yeah, the Gushen was making pickoffs in the right time. So I guess that's where they won the game.
Yeah, how earlier we were talking about how the drafts of Team Phoenix looked a little bit more stronger than that of T2K. But yet again, we were proven wrong as the team T2K actually played better at their own comfort zones and were able to outplay and like outsmart in every aspect on maybe be it the rotation micro plays or the common objective fights, and they won it all, and this is a very well deserved victory. Well, this is MK Championship Season 4. The first match goes into back pocket of Team Train to Kill. MK Season 4 championship is actually MKE Championship Season 4 is actually. Sorry. All right.
So we'll be going right into the second game between Team Phoenix and T2K. Uh,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is going to be a match two between the Team Phoenix and Team Train to Kill. The match one splendidly was played by Team Train to Kill. They were good in every aspect and were able to take that victory back home. And this match, the teams are gonna swap places. Team Train to Kill is gonna be onto the blue side, and Team Phoenix is gonna be onto the red side. I'm Azazel with my partner Ego, and we'll be casting this match for you.
And here we go into the draft. We saw that Team Phoenix going with a very unorthodox draft. They were playing with their comfort picks rather than the meta picks, but they will be banning the Valentina. As we know, it's one of the best mages in the meta right now. But we are expecting another bans of Leomord and the Martis. But let's see what Team T2K opts. I'm sorry, Team
Yep, and
Phoenix.
yet again we can see the Gushan ban coming in from the side of Team Phoenix, I would presume. Yep, Team Phoenix has banned that Gushan. They know that Gushan was a really problem for them into the last match, and they are gonna work on it and learn from that. And yet again we can see a Leomord ban coming in from the side of Team Train to Kill. They are doing what they actually did in the last match, and they are playing it pretty well and safe, not giving any meta hero to the side of Phoenix.
Team T2K have picked the Balmain again as their first pick. This time, that Gushan ban was a respect ban. Of course say from the side of Team Phoenix, because we saw the Gushan played really well on that XP lane. Uh, but from side of
Yep.
Phoenix, we might be seeing a first pick.
Yep. So many more picks are yet again open. But no, they'll be going for that Farsa pick, and I think that zero pick is a mistake. I think a new hero, which is the player number two of team which is uh Phoenix, or is I think it's AFK. Well, ignoring that, that Zilong pick, I don't know. They might be able to work it out somehow. But moving on to the side of picks of team Train to Kill, they have picked that Argus yet again, and unorthodox pick coming in, which isn't like usually picked in matches, tournaments, and ranks. But yep, you might be able to see yet again some splendid display of hero mastery, macros, and rotations.
Team T2K have locked down into the Melissa, which is a really good pick on the side of the gold lane. But Team Phoenix has gone for a Matilda roam. This will be interesting because we haven't seen much of Matilda roam throughout the tournament. So this is an interesting pick. And yes, from T2K we are seeing that Argus. This is very interesting.
Yeah, but I would say that the Argus is actually really strong if it is paired with that Inspire. He doesn't need any penetration atom, but in the late game, he can just one shot, I think, almost anyone with that ultimate of his, which is was actually buffed into like our previous patches. Yep. If played really well, Argus is also a pretty solid pick, and we can see the ban of Akai coming in from the side of Team Phoenix, and I think we have seen the Akai ban even in the last match. Mm. Am I right, Ego?
Yeah, we saw that Akai ban from the side of Team Phoenix, even in the last match. I guess they don't want that Akai on their opponent. I guess, but we see a carry ban coming from side of Team T2K. We saw them picking the carry in the last match, but I guess they might have been might not want that carry countering their Balmond. As we know, carry is a good counter for the Balmond, but we might again see the God and the Tigreal combo from Team
They
T2K.
really are going in for those comfort picks of there. They're just looking onto the God, Tigreal, and that Balmon. Yep, these three were actually playing really well. We might yet again see those in waves coming in from the Balman, but I think our Team Phoenix might just learn something from the last match and might not just let Balman do what he wishes.
Uh, and I guess we might have missed, but Team Phoenix have taken a uh, Leslie pick
Honestly.
for the gold lane, and then Aulus jungle. I guess I haven't seen an Aulus jungle yet in this tournament, but it will be interesting to see how they manage to execute their draft, because right now, seeing the draft, Team
Yeah.
T2K have a huge advantage.
Yep, I think Team TTK yet again has a huge advantage. They might have upper hand onto the T2K still has an up. I think they all Team Phoenix only has the upper hand into the goal lane, depending that Leslie actually counters Melissa with that first kill combo or and that long distance critical shots, and even Farsa counters Melissa and God. So yet again, I think the both of the drafts are pretty much well balanced. Just I'm not sure about that Zilong pick. What do you think, Ego?
I guess that Zilong pick might have been a mistake, but I guess they aren't asking for a restart or so. But we are in the land of Zan, and this is the second game between Team Phoenix and Team T2K. Uh, this is a match point for Team T2K, and if Team Phoenix loses this, they will be out of this tournament as it's the lower brackets. Meanwhile, we see
Yep, talking about
Eagles.
that, let me just talk about this MK Championship Season 4, sponsored by Genesis, co-sponsored by Z3 Store, Zentro Store, and Slay Official YouTuber. And right now, both of the teams are playing pretty passive. We have to keep an eye on that Balman, that he's trying to actually invade the jungle of Team Phoenix, and yep, that all us knew it all along, and he just went for his red buff right at the start and putting him at a decent position to not get invaded at his blue buff, which will be nicely protected here.
Meanwhile, on the Litho Wanderer, I guess Team Phoenix won't be contesting as many years. Balmet secures it with the retribution. And on the XP lane side, the Zilong is struggling a bit against the Argus, as we know the damage from Argus in a one-on-one situation is quite high, as Zilong needs a bit time and to get his items to get his damage.
Yep. So the Zilong, I think, even Argus and Zilong, I think they're equally matched. Just the Zilong needs more of a mechanical play more than Argus. Argus is a little bit strong in just the damage and skill wise and the power spike wise. But yep, we can see a rotation coming in into the bot lane from the side of T2K. That's a four-man setup coming in from the bot lane. But no, Zilong has sniffed it out. He's not gonna leave his turret and will be able to successfully avoid a brutal team fight.
We might see a contest from the both sides for that turtle. Uh, Zilong yet not coming in to help his team out, but I guess he will be coming right now. The Parsa tries
Ultimate
to
has been
zone out.
popped by Farasha. Those airstrikes were able to zone out some people, but know that Balman will be able to take down that ultimate, take down that turtle with his ultimate and lethal counter combo. And yeah, trigger is really low. He was caught into that after effects of the ultimate of the Olas. He might have just fallen down, but no, he survives with a very bare minimum HP and a good speck of luck. And meanwhile, the resources used are just the Purify from the side of Phoenix. Meanwhile, two flickers have been used from the side of T2K.
Both teams right now are playing quite safe again, like the last match, but we might have an engage on that Melissa, but
Meanwhile, in
she
the
will
top
be
lane, we can see that
escaping.
the engage actually came on Melissa. But no, she was actually able to survive really well, and the Balman came in for that backup. And yep, this fight is also gonna be avoided here, keeping the score at 0 and 0 for both of the teams for now.
Both teams we have seen throughout the first match, and even we can notice it in this match that both teams are like going for a bit more safe approach in the earlier stages of the game, but due to the smart
Yup, a
rotations from the
brutal
side
invade
of
coming in from the side of Team 2K onto the blue buff, and yep, the Trigger was able to successfully counter CC those players, and yep, Aulos will be taken down as the first blood, and even the Matilda would be able to would be taken down. But no, this is actually a counter engage, and Team T2K takes a really brutal hit, taking this is going to be making it a trade for like 3 to 2 into the favor of Phoenix this time actually.
I saw that Zilong coming in from the backside, getting that disrupting that ult from the god, which almost took out the majority of the damage from the side of Team 2K. So they were Team Phoenix were able to outplay the fight against T2K. Meanwhile, on bottom side,
Yup, and here
we
we
have
can
an
see the
engage, but
ultimate of the Argus has
both the
been used.
teams will be backing off. The turtle is up again, and
Yup.
team, both the teams are here again. for this turtle contest.
Yep, and the ultimate has been used by even the God and the Argus. So yeah, two of the major ultimates are missing in this game. But yet again, the lethal counter and retribution combo will be able. No, he just misses his retribution. What the hell? And yep, Aldous was able to successfully take that gap into account and was able to successfully act on it and take the turtle, and even taking down one the tank of T2K into the process. And this time we can see that Phoenix is actually able to do something into that favor and is actually holding on pretty well into this match.
The Balmond I saw, he used the little counter, but I guess he missed his retribution. He didn't even use his retribution. I guess
Yep.
maybe due to some technical issues, and Aulus took the advantage of that and stole it with his retribution instead.
Yep, he was, I think, in the range for that ultimate, but I don't think he was in the range for his retribution to work, and that actually worked wonders. Balman actually pushing his luck to get to. Oh no, he misses his retribution while into the process of stealing the red buff. But no, even the ultimate of the Tigreal has been popped. He was able to successfully take two people into his ultimate, and yep, those two will be falling down. But this is going to be at the cost of that Tigreal falling down from the hands of Farsa. The Aulus and the Matilda has just fallen from the side of Team Phoenix, and just the Rome from the side of Team T2K has fallen. So this team fight actually goes into the favor of Team T2K, which doing a splendid trade for like a tank for a hyper.
Even though the Leslie can counter that Melissa, but she hasn't been able to win the lane against the Melissa. As we can see, the Melissa has already taken the tier 1 turret in the gold lane, uh, and the objective wise, T2K are doing splendidly again. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, we see a fight between the Argus and the Zilong, but they both will back off.
In the top lane, we can see an engage coming in onto the Melissa. This is going to be a three-man engage, and yet the ultimate of that Leslie has been locked down. Even the flicker of the Matilda has been used, but she is in a really bad position. I think she will be surviving really well as the Tiggle does not have his flicker, and the top lane tier one tower will be defended by that cord. And turtle contest coming in from the side of Team T2K and Phoenix. The Phoenix are in a better position to take their turtle. They have to take the turtle before that Balmond arrives because the lethal counter and retribution will always work wonders, as I said. And yep, Matilda has used her ult, but the Tigreal is actually also pretty low. The fight is actually elongating a really while, and yep, Argus was able to take down Matilda, and even Leslie is in a really bad position. She's actually caught up into that second skill of Argus and will be slowed down, and also will be taken down from the side of T2K.
The match is yet again slipping out of the hands of Team Phoenix. Even after the early lead, they were able to get. And meanwhile, on the bottom side, Zilong with a smart push, getting the tier 1 on the XP lane. Meanwhile, on the top side,
Meanwhile, an
T2K.
ultimate has been popped by that Farsa, but it was a waste, I guess. And yet, ultimate of the Melissa has also been popped, keeping that Matilda out of that reach, and that Aldous is actually running for his life. And yep, Balman will be able to take down that Matilda using his lethal counter. And Tigreal is also in a really good position to actually get some of the people from the side of Phoenix, and he still has his flicker to be noted. And meanwhile, those teams are backing off onto the top side, and meanwhile into the bottom lane, we can see that Argus and Zilong are here fighting for that control over the tower of the side of Team Phoenix, tier one.
Meanwhile, on the mid side, Team T2K might be able to take this turret. Yes, they will take the turret. The ultimate has been popped from the Farsa, but takes the HP out of the Melissa, but won't be able to secure that kill. Uh, Meanwhile, I guess they were trying to invade on that blue buff, but were not able to take that.
Yep, and Melissa was able to successfully survive using her flicker and second skill onto that engage coming in from Argus and Tigreal. Even the conceal has been used from the side of Tigreal. He still has his ultimate and his flicker, so we might be able to see some engage coming in.
Team T2K are desperate to take this
Yep,
turret.
Tigreal is actually in a really bad position, and he goes in for the ultimate. He actually is actually able to take down one person with him, not down, but actually was able to grasp one person, which is going to be Matilda. This is going to be just a roam for roam trade, not in a favor of anyone, but yep, Team T2K was able to take that tier 1, the bottom lane tower successfully. So yep, this goes into the favor of Team T2K, I presume.
Meanwhile, Team Phoenix are going for have started the Lord, and we can see Balman rotating from the top towards the Lord, and uh, they, if the Balman is able to get the lethal counter and retribution combo yet again, this will be bad thing for Team T2K. But Argus, I sorry, I mean Balman, I guess he went in too early for that retry and the lethal counter combo.
Yep, and Aldous was able to find that gap into the retribution and was able to successfully take down that Lord. And Zilong was actually able to find a gap into that combos of Argus and also was able to successfully take him down without him even using the ult, I'll say. And in the top lane, we can see that those pokes are coming in from the side of Team Phoenix are really brutal. That tank is was actually almost melted down to almost half of his HP. Looking into the later stages of the game, I think Team Phoenix has the advantage having the Leslie, the Farsight, and even the Zilong and all this on their side.
Maybe, but there is an engage onto that Aulus, and they will get secure the kill on that Aulus Argus. I guess with that execute, they will be able to defend this Lord easily because it's still the level 1 Lord. And yeah, Team Phoenix are not able to make much out of this Lord, but the Tigreal.
Yeah, Tigreal almost falls down from that ultimate from that Farsight. Damage of Farsight is really well, and Zilong is in a really good position to be able to take that double kill, but no, he has chosen to back off. A safe move coming in from the side of Phoenix, and yet again, this is such a back and forth game. The economy advantage of the goal is from the side of both of the teams is like almost equal now, even like less than 1k or like 2k. Right now, and I don't think it matters any bit. We can see an engage actually coming in from the side of Team T2K, and they were able to say take down that Farsa with the shutdown coming in, and that Balman is actually looking to use looking to chase that Matilda, but no, Matilda will be surviving. And yep, this team fight actually went into the favor of Team T2K.
Yeah, the God and Tigreal like coming out to be very annoying and a great combo for the favor of Team T2K, and Team Phoenix might not have the answer to that Tigreal yet because there is a lack of CC from the side of Team T2K to even cancel that Tigreal's ult.
Yep, and we can see that Aldous actually falls down from the hand of Melissa. She had her wind of nature, but no, she will be actually caught down by the Melissa. Meanwhile, Balman was able to successfully take down the Zilong. Also, this is going to be a 1-for-2 trade yet again into the favor of Team T2K, and T2K are yet again taking the lead away from Phoenix, and they are controlling this match. Might as well say dominating this match at this point. Yep, again, this is a really back and forth game, so I would not jump to conclusions right now, and I think both of them have equal chance. Yet again, all depends on their players, and I cannot predict the outcome of this match.
But the Lord will be up in a second, yes, and the enhanced Lord is up, and Team T2K might be going for the Lord. They should be going for the Lord because they have a bit of lead in the economy, so they should be able to get this. But the zoning out coming from that Farsa on that Melissa is kind of troubling. But meanwhile, on the top side, Argus was able to take down that Zilong. Zilong couldn't make the run in time, and Argus didn't even use his ult yet. So this should be an easy lot for the side.
You have an ultimate coming in from the team from Farsa from the side of Team Phoenix is actually really brutal. It actually made Argus use his ult, and so many people are actually so low. And actually, Matilda goes in and dives onto the back line, but no, that Argus will be able to take him down. And yet again, the side of Team TK is really low. They have to back out, but no, the Gods ultimate actually zooms away everyone for making space for the Balma to use his lethal counter and retribution. That play, that combination coming in, and that mindset of God is actually really great, I would say.
That was a great move from the side from that god, using his ult to keep some time to the jungler to get his little counter and retribution this time on point. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, the Aulus might be in trouble case, and the lethal counter will secure the kill on him. The Melissa might be in trouble as the Farsa secures the kill on him. This is a back and forth fight here, but Team T2K have quite a low HP, and they will back off with the Lord marching down from the top side.
Yep, it's Team Phoenix that will be backing out, and yep, so many resources have been used. But no, the Argus ult, as I said in the last few patches, his ult CD has been really reduced, so he will be having that ult back in 2 seconds. He already has it back, and yep, he can just look in for another engages. And really, yep, it's a bad flea flicker move combo coming in from that Tragiel. He wasn't able to get anyone, and I think this will be a deciding factor for the Lord to be defended from the side of Team Phoenix. And yep, they will be able to defend that Lord, just trading it for the inhibitors, I would say. And the ultimate of the Matilda has been placed on the Argus. I think he's gonna make him force use his ult. Nope, Argus does not use his ult and tries to get away in a really safe manner.
If that ult was connected from the TPL, this might have been the GG for Team Phoenix, but TPL missed it. I guess he miscalculated his flicker and the ult, but Team T2K are going back. I guess they will be waiting for the another Lord to get the final push onto the
Yep,
Nexus
talking
of Team
about that
Phoenix.
one combo. Yep, talking about that one combo from the side of Tigreal, from the side of Team T2K, that Tigreal conceal play along with that Gord and Flicker ultimate is actually the deciding factor for both of the games, even game one and even this game two. It's like the deciding factors of most of the team fights. So, yep, Team Phoenix are getting used to it and they are not getting caught into that ultimate so much right now. And this is actually helping them. They might have a chance in moving on into the late game as the goal difference is 6K, but at this point, I don't think the goal difference matters as both of the teams are almost have gotten all of their core items, and they are just all at like full strength of their heroes.
Exactly, but the Matilda just overextends a bit, and the whole team from the side of T2K were in that bush, and they will take her down. So this is right now a 5v4 situation, and the Lord will be up in just 3 seconds.
Yep. I think that Matilda was actually trying to check the bush, and yep, the whole team of Team T2K were waiting into the bush, making it a dead bush for the Matilda, and they were able to successfully take her down. Um, I think they will have the advantage over this Lord as Zilong and Melissa are down, but like yet again, this is going to be a three versus no. Even that Olus and Leslie are busy clearing waves, so there is going to be no contest for Team T2K, and Team T2K are going to successfully take that Lord down.
The jungler from the side of Team Phoenix hasn't been able to secure a kill yet. He is really
You can
struggling.
see actually an engage coming in on the bottom lane. Melissa was actually able to successfully stop Zilong from that recall using her second skill. A very good map sense coming in from that Melissa. I was about to say that Zilong is in a really sticky position, but yep, he will be taken down yet again, making this whole game a 4 versus 5 situation to defend against.
Yes, I was as I was saying, the jungler from the side of Team Phoenix has been struggling in both the matches we saw. In the first match, he got a 3.0 rating, and yet again, he still doesn't have any kills in this match. So this is a very
Yep,
poor
looking
jungler.
at that, yep, and ultimate coming from Tigger, he was able to actually successfully take 3 people into his ult. And yeah, the Farsa will be able to successfully taken down by that Argus into the battle bottom lane, and that Argus has logged onto the base. Meanwhile, just Trivial, who just took down that beautiful ultimate onto that 3 people, and Argus went in for that back line onto that Farsa. This was a really beautiful game, last game and ditch effort from Team T2K. Their play was splendid and they were able to successfully wipe them out almost. And yet again, I would say the mechanics, the rotations, and those micro plays coming in from the side of Team T2K are really good here. And this is the reason that they are gaining this jungle advantage, common objective fight advantages, and those rotation advantages. That Tigreal ultimates and those God ultimates have a really high successful rate, and they are actually doing it pretty well.
As you can see, the damage coming in from the god just melts anyone who has been like caught in the Tigreal ultimate, and that was the deciding factor. And yeah, the match has been won by Team Tutuket in a clean sweep in 2-0, and this was uh, this was actually a great game.
Yep, there's going to be a clean sweep into the favor of Team T2K, and they'll be moving on forward into the lower brackets. Meanwhile, Team Phoenix will be falling down here. They will be eliminated from the tournament. Their journey ends here. We are so sorry for them, but there's going to be a loser, a winner in a match, and yep, Team T2K is the winner of this match, and they'll be moving forward into the tournament in the lower brackets. Very best of luck for them. And yet again, this is MK Championship Season 4. I am Azizu. MK Championship Season 4, I'm sorry, is actually sponsored by Genesis, co-sponsored by Z3 Store, Zentro Store, and Slay Official. Well, I'll be
Yes,
signing off for today. See you guys at Monday.
we will be joining you guys on Monday with the third round of the upper brackets. So, until then, take care and goodbye.